Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel. So for today, we're going to be doing a slow, intentional flow class that's going to be all about freeing up the movements of our spine. We're going to do a little bit of twisting, a little bit of back bending, going to be mostly an upper body focused practice, with of course a little bit of work to ground the lower body as well. So for props today, you may actually be able to practice with none, but if you have blocks and a blanket available, that can be certainly helpful. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and check the description down below. I have some other practice resources that you might want to check out. For now though, we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. So if you do have a blanket, sitting on a blanket can be nice, can give you some support. You can find a cross leg. We're just going to be here for a few minutes, but to start, we can close our eyes. And we'll just take this first minute or so to ground, to land, to start to feel the movements of our breath. So beginning to deepen the breath, beginning to feel that energy ebb and flow. Truly feeling that nice rise and fall. That nice expansion and contraction. And remembering that when we practice intentionally, when we work with more mindful movement, it's all about resting the attention in this present moment. So keep coming back to feeling the body, keep coming back to feeling the breath, and let that be what grounds you, let that be what keeps you anchored here in each moment. So really let your breath dial up, take just a couple more cycles of that, couple more moments. We'll take a nice long inhale breath through our nose. Open up our mouths, exhale to let that out. Lower down our chin, slowly begin to open our eyes. Now we are going to remain in seated here, so just make sure that you feel comfortable. And to start this process, begin rolling through the shoulders, rolling gently through your neck, through your upper back, all of that. And feel a little squeeze, feel the little bits of movement here as you get into this. And reverse those, kind of feel the shift with that. Feel how that will open things up in a slightly different way. Relax the shoulders down here. Let's get a bit into our neck. So you can turn, kind of look side to side. It can even be interesting to practice like looking with your eyes. So how we direct the visual focus can really direct our attention. And start to look up and around, make some nice big circles. Again, maybe the eyes are kind of leading the way here as you move. Being sure to reverse those circles if you haven't yet. Just really feeling the cervical spine, which is the neck, start to move more and more. So let's wind this in. Let's shift out of seated and we'll find our way into hands and knees into a tabletop. So in your tabletop, just align yourself so that your hands are beneath the shoulders, you're spreading through the fingertips. Similarly, your knees are right beneath the hips. Moving with intention here, we'll use inhales to draw forward, arcing the spine. Use your exhales to press backwards, rounding. As you inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale, pressing and reversing. So keep moving here, find your own pace. And again, describing this as slow, intentional flow, which doesn't mean, glacially slow, right? We're going to be moving, but the idea is we are never rushing, right? You want to take your time. You want to really feel each moment of each pose. Let that guide you here. From here, let's wind back into a more neutral spine and let's do more like lateral movement or horizontal movement. So that will feel kind of like, let's sway our hips to the left, let the shoulders move to the right. And then hips move to the right, the shoulders move to the left, and you're kind of zigzagging back and forth. Feel that here on your own. This one's, I think, a little trickier to synchronize with the breath. So just kind of keep breathing deeply. Keep breathing smoothly and evenly here. Good. let's wind this into neutral. Let's come into a simple twist. So inhaling, open your left arm nice and wide, and exhaling, you'll thread that arm under to rest on the cheek and the shoulder. I like to press my right hand a bit forwards to kind of send things back and take a few breaths here. So remember this idea that even when we're not moving, the breath is still flowing, the breath is still creating always these subtle movements beneath the surface. From here, with your next slow inhale, you'll wind back into the center. Then you can exhale to land back in tabletop. To of course go the other way too. So inhale, open your right arm wide. Exhale to thread it under, rest on your cheek, on your shoulder, and the left hand can come forwards. You'll press the hips back, create that length, create that space. Nice, natural, easy breath moving within your pose. From here now, with your next slow inhale breath, wind your way back into a tabletop. And take an exhale breath to land there. Any final little movements you'll need to adjust. We're going to set up for our first downward facing dog. So press down through the hands. Exhale and tuck through the toes. Lifting the hips nice and high. And the legs might still feel a little tight, right? So if you need to, you can like walk them out a bit. Kind of shift, let them move a bit. Get a little bit of energy happening into the lower half of the equation. But then from here, press firmly through the hands, elevate, lift and extend, and take a few deep breaths here to feel this. Subtle expansion with your inhales. Subtle release with your exhales. And of course, the energy is getting gradually stronger here. We're starting to build things up a little bit. On your next inhale breath, move your shoulders forwards, come into high plank, high push-up. Now, can you engage the arms? Can you tone into the belly? Feel strong through the legs again. It's a full body pose. You're working, but never with intensity, never with tightness. Take a deep inhale breath here, and as you exhale, press the hips high. Feel that release in the shoulders. Let's do two more. Slow inhale, shift it forwards. Again, intentional, controlled. Exhale, press it back, and we'll do just one more like that. Inhale, slowly forwards. Exhale, press it up and back. Now, from here, we're going to move through. You can inhale, slowly forwards. Feel free to lower to your knees if you'd like, or either way, you're going to exhale and lower all the way down to the belly. As you land down, point your toes back and reach back through your fingertips. So today we're going to be emphasizing Shalabhasana, which is our locust pose, as kind of our main deeper back bend spinal movement. So we're going to ease into this. So start out with both hands on the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. Slowly inhale, feel the ribs and chest start to rise. Feel as the shoulder blades gently draw in and together, back of the neck is long. For this first round, let's keep our feet on the floor, but let the arms rise. Feel the shoulder blades gently squeeze. Again, we're getting into heart opening. And again, this idea of being spinal focused, right? So activate the back of your body. Two more nice, deep, even breaths here. Take a final deep inhale breath like this. And as you exhale, place your hands by the ribs for a cobra. Take an inhale there. Press the hands, exhale, hips back, find child's pose. Let that round, let that reset. From here, you can shift your weight back towards the hands, plant the palms down, exhale, tuck your toes, rise up and back. Downward facing dog, take a breath or two there. And then transitioning, take one more big inhale here and look forwards as you exhale, step the feet towards the hands. From the top, you'll inhale and lift up halfway. Exhale to fold, release right back down. With a big inhale, the arms sweep high, we can look up. As we exhale, release the arms down and by your sides, and take a few moments here. Again, really feel the body, really feel the breath as you are. And we're going to start to move more. We'll not be doing traditional sun salutations today. We'll be doing more of kind of a hybrid flow, but through all of this, feel the breath and the body together. Let all of this have this deliberate, kind of intentional quality to it. So from the top, you'll inhale, sweeping your arms high. You can look up. As you exhale, fold, hinge, and release down. Halfway lift, take your inhale breath. You're going to keep your right foot like it is and exhale to step your left leg back. Tuck the toes under. You'll be in a runner's lunge. Now take a deep inhale breath there. As you exhale, you'll walk your hands over to the left, pivoting into a wide-legged prasarita. Pause here. I want you to engage your legs. Press the thighs back and then lengthen through the spine. And know that you can use a block here if you want that extra level of support for yourself. So we're going to build into a deeper twist. So plant your left hand down beneath the shoulder. Take your right hand onto the back with the palm facing in. Slowly inhale, rotate through the waist and the ribs so that you're facing towards the front of your mat. You can keep your hand on your back. If you're up for it, you can certainly reach that arm high and look up, but again, let this all be really deliberate, really intentional. Feel how with each inhale, the spine can grow a little bit longer, perhaps. How with each exhale, perhaps you'll twist even a little bit deeper. Take a final deep inhale breath right here. Exhale, lower that right hand down and square the hands beneath the shoulders. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale to lean into your fold. So feeling that release from the heels up into the hips. Feeling the waves of breath as they ebb and flow. As you inhale, you'll grow even longer. As you exhale, you might fold a little bit deeper. From here, engage both legs. As you inhale, you'll lift up about halfway. On your exhale breath, hands take the hips. Slow inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale breath to arrive here. Now, from here, turn and pivot your right toes to face towards the front of the mat. Left foot will turn slightly in from there. Right hand extends forwards. Begin to inhale, reach out over. And as you exhale, right hand on the shin, the floor, or a block. Left shoulder opens high. You can reach up and maybe look up towards that top hand. Setting up for a classic triangle shape. Really feel that breath through the ribs, through the waist. Again, we're working a bit through the legs here, but again, feel that upper body emphasis. Again, feel that length and space in the whole spine. Now follow me for the transition here. You're going to take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, fold your triangle, lower the left hand down, and you're going to shift back into runner's lunge where we started. So you can kind of shimmy and get in place. Take a deep inhale there. As you exhale, press back, high plank. Deep inhale breath in your plank, and slow exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Point back through the toes, reach back through the fingertips, setting up for your Shalabhasana, locust pose. Inhale, rise through the ribs and chest. Rise through the arms and through the legs. Hover here. Full version of the pose. Deep breath again, activating the spine, freeing up the spine through the energy that we bring through it. Now take one more inhale breath here. As you exhale, feet are on the floor, hands to the low ribs. You'll be in cobra, deep inhale. Exhale, press back, downward dog, or you could sneak a quick child's pose in if you would like, but either way, meet up there and take your few deep breaths, about 5, to neutralize, to feel where you're at here. Again, really inviting a sense of expansion and lengthening with each inhale. Inviting the possibility of releasing, of letting go with each exhale. Let's take a big inhale breath here like we are. You can look forward as we exhale, step or lightly float, feet to the hands. From the top, you'll inhale and lift up halfway. Exhaling, fold, release that down. Sweep the arms high, inhale up into the sky. Release the arms, exhale down and by your side. Let's flow right into the second half of that. So inhaling, arms sweep high, expand. Exhaling, fold, release and hinge. Halfway lift as you inhale. Left foot stays forwards. Exhale, the right leg comes back. You're in runner's lunge. Take a nice deep inhale there. As you exhale, walk your way over to the right, pivoting into wide-legged prasarita. And again, pause. The feet are parallel. The legs are engaged. Spine is extending from the tip of the tailbone all the way through to the crown of your head. Now, we'll set up for that twist the other way. You can plant your right hand down beneath the chest. Take your left hand on your back. Slowly, as you inhale, open up through the ribs, through the shoulder. If you want to go deeper, you can certainly reach that left arm all the way up, but feel how the pose builds from the hips up and through the crown of the head. Feel this pattern of using your inhales to invite even more length, using your exhales to release and to maybe twist the tiniest bit deeper. Take a final big inhale breath here and exhale. Lower that left hand down. Now you can keep your hands square under the shoulders. You can go a little deeper, grabbing wide for your ankles or your big toes, but either way, take an inhale breath and invite some length. Use your exhale breath to release. Again, find that equilibrium. You don't want to fold so deep that this is unbearable. You don't need to hold back so much that there's no edge either. Even, steady breath will help guide you to where that sweet spot is. From here, with your next inhale breath, lift up about halfway. On your exhale, hands take the hips. A slow inhale, you'll rise all the way up and take an exhale breath to land there. From here, you can turn and pivot your left toes to face the front, right foot slightly in, set up for that triangle pose. So legs are strong. Left hand comes forwards. As you inhale, reach and extend over the front leg, and as you exhale, left hand comes down. Right shoulder opens up, reach that arm high, and look up to feel your triangle pose. Open through the shoulders, through the waist, the ribs. Legs are strong, but can you feel that extra connection with the upper body? Can you really invite the breath and the energy to move into that? Let's take a final deep inhale here. As you exhale, fold your triangle. You'll lower your right hand down and you'll shift, passing through that runner's lunge, so you can adjust there as you need to. Take a deep inhale breath here. Exhale, press back, high plank. Deep inhale breath here, and we'll exhale to lower all the way down. Here now, we're going to do 2 rounds, so a couple options for this. So reaching back through the hands, wide arms like we did before, is on the table. Going a little bit deeper, if you'd like, interlacing the hands is also on the table. So set that up if you'd prefer. Either way, inhaling, rising through ribs, through chest, through arms, through legs. And this is a shorter sequence, so we're actually hitting kind of the peak here, so you can get deeper if this feels good. And feeling that opening through the shoulders, feeling that opening in the back. Deep, even, steady breath. Whenever you find it, one more nice deep inhale. Slow exhale, release, lower down. You could rest on your right side cheek. One last time while we're set up here. So turning your chin to face center, arms either wide, or if you're going to interlace, just switch so you have your other index finger on top for round 2. And from there, begin to inhale, rise through ribs and chest. Rise through the arms and the legs. Breathe deeply into this. Feel the expansion with your inhales. Feel the release with your exhales. Play right at that edge here. Not too deep, but not too easy either. Take a final inhale breath like you are. Exhale, release it all, lower down. Consider resting on your left side cheek. Use your hands. Exhale, press back, this time into child's pose. So rounding, resetting, feeling that opening on the back of your body. From here, you can slowly begin to rise up. And we're going to come into seated for just a couple of poses, really. Now, if you have a blanket, that could be a nice idea to use. Let's extend our legs forwards and in front. So keep in mind, I'm not mirroring. You're going to be moving literally the same side as me. So you'll slide your right foot in here, take your left leg over, and step that foot outside. Now you can stay like this, but if you're up for it, consider tucking the left leg under, coming into Matsyendrasana shape. From here, you can slowly inhale to lift tall. Exhale, releasing over to your right. Maybe even hooking your left elbow on that thigh, kind of wringing things out. Again, that rotational movement of the spine. Deep, even, steady breath. From here, with your next slow inhale breath, unwinding that twist, rotating to face forwards. Now, if you're in this setup here, seeing if it's possible to shimmy into a full eagle, but if that's not possible, knowing you can do a simple cross leg would be a fine modification. But either way here, with the legs crossed, take a gentle inhale for some length. Exhale to move into a fold and just allow the spine to round. Let the legs relax. Feel a nice, calm, natural, even breath here. And take a final complete breath like you are, and slow inhale, begin to rise up. As you exhale, unwind the legs, let them release, let them reset for a few seconds. And from here, we'll draw our left leg in and cross your right leg over. Step that left foot outside. Now, again, you can stay like this, especially if your knees are happier that way. Or you can cross your right leg under too. Either way, getting nice and tall, take a deep inhale and slow exhale to twist to your left, maybe even hooking your right elbow on to kind of gently draw your way in. Feel as you get taller with each inhale. Feel as perhaps you'll twist a little deeper here with each exhale. Good. Now, with your next slow inhale, rotating to face back center. And again, listen to your body, being kind to your knees especially. But if you're up for it, we can cross the legs tight into a full eagle shape. And if that's not a good idea for your body, you can do a simple cross leg. But either way here, take a gentle inhale and invite some length. Take your exhale to fold. Release forwards and down. Again, we're moving the spine through all the ranges of movement, in and out of back bends, here into a more rounded type shape. And of course, feeling a nice release in the hips and the lower body too. Final moment here, really feel the pose and then slowly begin to inhale and rise up. So you exhale at the top, unwind the legs, undo the shoulders, kind of free this all up, and let's make our way all the way onto our back here. So on your back, drawing the knees in and rolling around a little bit here and there just to kind of free things up. You could even sneak in one last pair of twists here on your back if you feel kind of drawn to that. That could feel good. But then when you're ready to, you can set up for final Shavasana. So extend the legs long onto the floor. Open the feet a little bit wide. Make sure that you feel comfortable. Make sure that you feel grounded and stable here. And from there, you can close your eyes. So with your eyes closed, scan the body from head to toe and just ensure that there's no more sense of effort, no more sense of control. You're simply letting yourself just be here, however you are. Let's take a final nice deep inhale breath through our nose. And open up our mouths to exhale and let absolutely everything go for the final few minutes here. So just taking a few more moments here on your back to connect and to observe. Truly feel what has settled, truly feel what is rebalanced in those last few minutes. Start to get the breath moving, start to stir things up, and you walk the legs in and roll your way over onto your side. Gently press your way up into a comfortable seat. And just close your eyes here for a moment. So here, one last chance to feel the effects of our practice, to notice the many changes we've made along the way, and to join our hands in front of the heart. So again, and as always, my thanks to each of you for sharing your practice today. It's truly an honor to teach. May our practice bring benefit to all beings. We bow. So again, thank you so much for joining. If you have thoughts, questions, anything at all, please let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already. And again, if you follow the description down below, I have links to some free resources so we can do even more connection here.